Welcome to the show, Allowed to Talk, and it's part two of how the way that people die, the way people die. I forgot so many things when I was talking about the way that people die. I don't know if it's because I just put it out of my mind or I totally forgot to mention that there's people that are murdered. It might be a robbery and they end up shooting you or murdering you. It could be a serial killer. And then also wars. There's wars that happen and people get killed in a war. That's like murdering to me too, because, well, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. I believe murder is the word that should be in that commandments. When you're defending, though, I can't really go into detail about that. Maybe that's why I blocked it out of my mind. War. I was in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard for 13 years with 2 breaks in service. So it was a span of 20 years, but I got out for a few years here and there. So 13 years total, and I signed on the dotted line that if we go to war, the United States, that I would go and defend our country. So there are people die fighting wars or defending their country. They also die by sometimes being murdered, either by someone out robbing or just stealing or raping or killing, or they just hate you, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, or they just murder you. You have a big fight and there's guns around and you could get murdered by a family. So, yes, the way people die. And it's all because of sin, because we chose to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And we found out about how God gave free will, first of all, to do what you want. You could have anything in this garden except from these trees, the tree of life and the tree of, not the tree of life, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Then what if you would have ate from the tree of life, you would live forever knowing about evil. So you go on eating from the tree of life. So he had to ban the tree of life, ban us from the Garden of Eden. It all makes sense. It all adds up to perfectly what this world is messed up about. The Big Bang Theory, that's just silly to me that all this beautiful things in this earth, just an explosion happened and it happened. So part two is the way people die. They can be in a war, in the military. You could get hurt in an accident in the military too, or murdered. And there's got to be other ways that we die, but drowning, that would be not fun. You shouldn't fear death because there's no victory in it, but no fear in death because you know where you're going because of Jesus. But as humans that are sinners, yeah, I think about it and then I get scared mostly because I don't like pain at all. Painful death. Ugh. Just think of being crucified and the most horrible way to die. Nails driven through your wrists or hands, wherever the nail was. There's arguments about that too. People argue that it was here, 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 here. Anyway, that's what we do. We have our own opinions. And this show is called Allowed to Talk because I like to talk. And part two is how people die. The way people die can be in a war, in the military, serving your country, crashing in an airplane, on even a private jet or a military airplane, or just regular flights, or a boat accident, or a cruise ship could sink. The Poseidon Adventure. I'm trying to make light now, and then also you could be murdered. As long as there's life, there's going to be death because of sin. We ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So we were banned from the garden that was in the land of Eden, where Adam and Eve first were. And yes, to have kids, there was sleeping with your own sisters and brothers, which is the word used now as incest, but there was sin. So what do you think? You have these rulers that change laws. Or even in the Bible, I just read that one of the kings married his daughter-in-law after his son died and had 2 more kids. Read the Bible if you don't understand what I'm talking about, because it's the truth. There was cannibalism in the Bible. People ate their children. There was things that are horrendous, because it's about sin and people and how God provided the way for us, the way, truth, and the life, Jesus. So there's other ways that I forgot in the first show. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you like my videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I thank you all who have. I'm so excited about that. I'm excited about just living one day at a time, enjoying every second, and get into parks and going on cruises and just everyday mundane things like folding laundry, trying to enjoy. But I was hangry today, I'll admit it. I didn't get to eat till about 11:30 today, and I usually eat by 11. So I was a miserable, grouchy, grumpy, Mrs. Grumpy. So on this world here, we're not going to be perfect. I'm going to try to do better. Can't go back and take back the stuff in the kitchen I was saying while I was trying to cook something. I could have just dropped over dead there because I was so hungry. Die from starvation. I've never been starved ever. Always had food. I've always wanted to eat before the time was, because I get hangry. And that's a real thing too. Maybe if you don't experience, you don't believe it's true. But we all have personalities, and some of us are different, our whole system. That's why doctors should do it holistically on the person, the way they treat you. And then, like, it could be one of these 4 things. So let's do tests for this and that, this and that. And then we'll decide out of these 4 things or 5 things. No, it's not that. Your blood work's good. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. Let's do a scope. That's what it is. See? Doctors aren't perfect either, because we live in a fallen world. It's broken. And the way people die, there's horrendous things that happen. So I do hope you're having a wonderful day, and that you just keep singing, dancing, and making music, and that you're just having a great day.